So because the majority of my days are typically filled with solitude, especially for these past like over 2 months, I figure I should document the way that I spend time with myself and essentially date myself, because I do like to try new things, go new places, eat new foods, and I think it's really romantic, to be honest, and I would like for these types of things to be more normalized. I've had a lot of friends and people tell me in the past that they like even struggle to go to restaurants by themselves. So, I hope that you guys can take some kind of inspiration from my journeys of solitude and dating myself, because your girl been single for a while. And I need some romance in my life, so let me create it myself, okay? But before we get into the video, I wanted to mention that this video is featuring Dossier, and if you didn't know, Dossier is a luxury fragrance brand that reproduces high quality fragrances for a fraction of the price. So all of their scents are inspired by luxury designer fragrances that will probably be too expensive for the average consumer, but they do a really great job at recreating all the scents and making them last on your body all day. For me, I really like feminine, delicate, sweet vanilla type scents. So when I seen that Dossier's floral marshmallow was inspired by Killian Love Don't Be Shy, which apparently is a scent that Rihanna wears that everyone yells about, I had to try it, and all of the scents I love, they're so great and they last on you all day. Luckily, I have a 10% off coupon code for you guys, so you can use the code Trinity10 when you click the link in my description and check out Dossier's website. Also, they do a very great job at explaining what the scents smell like before you get them. But say you get one and you don't like it, you can return it within 30 days. No worries, no questions asked. So be sure to check out Dossier's website with the link in the description box down below. But other than that, let's get into the video. This is my hair. I just did the two little messy buns, or whatever you want to call them. Because I'm just gonna go out to eat at this new restaurant. I was gonna go to Cafe Intermezzo, which is where I kind of be like going a lot because it's just reliable. But I want to try crumble cookies, and like I feel like that has just sparked so much diverse commentary from the viewers at home, because it's like I've heard so much about that place, both good and bad. So I'm like, bro, I really gotta like get an opinion of this myself. So we're gonna go there, check it out, see what it's talking about really. And I'm gonna go to a restaurant that is right near the crumble cookies, because for some reason there's not just a crumble cookies dead smack center of Atlanta. It's like in Brookhaven. Or so I'm just getting dressed right now. I don't really know what to wear. Okay, it's like high 60s right now, so let's pick out an outfit. Alrighty, here's my full fit. I think I'm gonna wear some Doc Martens, some black ones, and head to the restaurant and honestly see where the night takes me. I'm not limiting myself, okay? So if anything wants to transpire, the universe, anything good, anything great, anything fun wants to transpire, please universe, steer me in that direction. So yeah. I got this cookie, and like I feel maybe I just have been consuming too much media. This flavor, wait, no, I did that because I smell box. I don't smell the cookie. The cookie didn't make me do that, but I smell like cardboard box. Regardless, no wonder people got such mixed reviews of this place, because they got these wacky ass flavored cookies. Like, let's see if it works. This is oh. You know, if I was just eating this, like, without having, like, somebody just gifted it to me as a surprise and not knowing what flavor it would be, I would have, like, no idea. Like, since biting into this, like, I actually need to check their website to see which flavor this is, because I have no idea what's happening in my mouth right now. Cornbread honey cake, bro. What the? How? Bro, what? This is insane. And I don't know why I didn't have these feelings when I first bought it, but like, I'm telling you, they literally had, all right, let's put all these different possible flavors just on a board and let's just mix them all up. Like, you pick one, I pick two, you pick three, we put it together. Like, no way. It's just like, these are just so decadent and it's got so much going on. It's like, who's gonna eat multiple? Today, I had no plans, but I just got sent a flyer for a free sound bath at a metaphysical shop in Atlanta, and I was just like, why not? Yeah, that sounds great. And I haven't really eaten much today, so I'm like, I can go get some food as well. Maybe get myself some flowers. I've really been wanting to get myself some flowers. So that's what we gonna do. So went with this top and these bottoms for my final outfit. My edges are laying right now, and I'm gonna wear one of my little silk scarves over my hair to protect my crown. And what scent am I gonna wear? Okay, the other day I wore ambery vanilla, so I'm gonna do floral marshmallow today because I want to smell like Rihanna. This angle is not the greatest, but ooh, girl, that smells so good. Okay, let's go. Okay, so currently I am walking into Insomnia Cookies because I wanted some yesterday, but I was too high to like maneuver with like getting them and shit. So today we are here to get us some cookies. Woo! Y'all, they had 2 new flavors and both of them were vegan. I said, what? Okay, so they had a pecan pie and a apple pie, and both of these are vegan. That was good. That was a pecan pie. I just like love food. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and eat 6 cookies. I'm about to go get some real food and then finish eating these cookies. Y'all, so I came to this Indian spot that I used to always pass when I lived in the city. And look at this. This looks so good and it's all vegan. Oh my God, this looks so good, bro. Oh. I had to mute this clip for fear of copyright issues because of the music, but I was just saying that food was so good. Like, words can't express. I just was so caught off guard. Their menu was huge. I'm definitely going back. And that's really what I was saying, as well as like a lot of moaning, because that's just what I do. I love food. Y'all, look at her. Look at her. She looks so good. Oh my God, she looks so pretty. I love nature. Okay, I'm laughing because I tried to record this earlier after I did my hair. It's funny because it was just a complete no. I put my hair back in a style that I've come to love over this course of a few days. And yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys. So as you know, this video is about the importance of like dating yourself, doing new things with yourself, going on activities by yourself. But for me, I've never been in a relationship on my channel. So like, I I think that people do find it interesting, like my views on partnerships and like what it is that I personally would want from a partnership, because a lot of my friends, like 85% of my friends have like been in relationships that have lasted like over 2 years. And I was just talking to my childhood friends the other day. We all like linked up and hung out on Halloween actually, and they've just gotten out of relationships, and I was like giving them insight on kind of like what it's like to be single, and they were giving me insight on what it's like to be in a relationship, because I feel like I haven't been in one in so long that like I don't know what it feels like anymore, to be completely honest with you. And yeah, like they were really listening to what I was saying. So for me, I know that like when I do enter my next partnership, here's some things that I need to see for sure. And I'm definitely going to be referencing this book once again, Women Who Run with the Wolves. I've been reading it again. The main thing that I've realized that like I would really want in a partner is definitely somebody who is spiritually developed in their own unique way, with their own unique spiritual practices that benefit them in ways that they can testify and, you know, hold a lot of faith in. I think that's super important to me. And something that's fresh on my mind because of this book, honestly, I just read this story. It's called Manaway. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But basically, it was about this story of this man who was desiring to be wed to these two sisters. And the two sisters like came kind of like in a pair pretty much. And one was prettier but not as nice, and the other one was nicer but not as prettier. I don't know why I feel like the need to explain that. But as this man is like courting these women, the father of the girls tells him that he can't marry them until he guesses their names. A whole bunch of symbolism takes place, and the way he learns the names of the women is through, he has this little dog that he brings, and the girls love him and they all love each other and things like that. But after Manaway, the guy, leaves, the dog like sneaks back and like listens to the girls conversating and like overhears them saying each other's names. And so eventually the dog runs back and tells the guy, and they end up getting married. But it's a very interesting story, because the first thing is it really hones in on the sense of duality that I talk about just so naturally. And I'm not even gonna say, because I'm a Gemini, the two girls are actually one woman, and it really embodies the significance of duality within people, within women, within men. We all have a dualistic nature, and we all have to respect that about ourselves and respect that about the other person that we are, you know, possibly coming into a partnership with, because things are not just flat and perfect and one-dimensional and pretty. Like everybody has goods and bads, ebbs and flows. And so with the man, it was interesting because his dualistic nature was symbolized by his dog. So it wasn't really a dog. It was really him doing what he needed to do to find out the names of the woman so that he could marry her. And it's so much deeper. Like I think somebody on YouTube actually goes in depth about each of the chapters if you don't want to get the book, even though I'd recommend you get the book. But I'll link, if I can find it, I'll link that down below. But I took some notes. One of the things that she pointed out as she was going through the story was the fact that like you want a partner who is going to respect the fact that we are of dual nature. It was interesting because she started to reference the books, the stories that I read at the beginning of the book, where it was like murderous men and predators and things like that. The type of men that you need to look out for, the type of partners that you would want to steer clear from. And she was saying the difference between Manaway, the guy in the story that I'm talking to you guys about right now, versus the predators, is the fact that predatorial people, or I don't even want to say not, because not all of these people are predators, but like I don't know of a word to describe these kinds of people. These people who have not tapped into their own dual nature fear the dual nature that somebody that they're attracted to has. And for me, this has shown up in like so many of my previous situations. I've told this story before, but when I was in college, there was this girl who she was really attracted to me for months before I even met her and knew that she existed. And it was very interesting to watch her like get to know me, because she only liked the image that she had of me, and like, oh, the times that she see me performing poetry on stage and things like that. But once I started, she's seen that I didn't shave my underarms, and like I was interested in psychedelics. That was before I actually tried psychedelics. Like I just had different opinions. I wasn't a Christian. Like I would also do things where like I would hear her on the phone with her mom or like her sisters, and I just kind of would like be able to tell like, your mom is like verbally abusive, like, isn't she? And like, I was basically like revealing things that she wouldn't want to deal with within herself, and she projected her anger out onto me. And of course, it wasn't always like me directly asking her, what's up with you and your mom? It would be like her saying to me, why are you so comfortable without shaving your legs? Like, that's gross. You need to shave your legs. And there was one day in the cafeteria where she was talking shit about something that I had did. And she looked me in the face and she was like, I was like, you're going to have to accept me for me. Like, of course, if you're going to want to make this situation, partnership work, you're going to have to accept me for me. And she was like, no, I'm not. And I got up and walked away. And that was the last time I spoke to her. And I was just like, it's so interesting. Like, people really have the nerve, people really have the nerve. And the girl that I was in love with in my senior year of high school, she did the exact same thing to me. She really loved this image that I had. It was a manic pixie dream girl thing, which I talk about a lot. But she really loved this image I had. She loved the poetry I wrote until it was about her. Everybody loves my poetry until it's about them. And and I noticed that like when Moldavite started to become popular during quarantine, I was like, this is the type of friend that I am. This is what I embody, because I don't even be trying to like make people mad. I just be like, so your inability to like hold eye contact with me, like, where does that stem from? Like, I just be curious, and people get mad at you for asking questions. And so I need somebody who would definitely love to nurture that within me, because it's just curiosity. I'm a very naturally curious person, and that curiosity shouldn't be treated as something bad. So, like, people like to forget that you're human. Like, I've talked about that a lot before as well. Like, me and my other influencer friends, and people are not understanding that, like, hey, like, just because you see somebody with X amount of subscribers and views on their channel doesn't mean that they don't have financial struggles. Like I'm sorry that I'm like you. Like, I don't know what you want me to do or say or what. But I think it's something that is so interesting and so important. And so I definitely need somebody who nurtures that within me, and who has that nurtured within themselves already, because I'm the type of partner that's just going to keep bringing it out of you anyway. So, and what was another? I wanted to mention one more thing. Okay, so the second story that I read this morning, I haven't finished reading all of her analysis of it, but it was called Skeleton Woman. And it was so interesting because it was talking about this skeleton woman who basically symbolizes life, death, life. And how does she describe life, death, life? Let me see. The life, death, life nature is a cycle of animation, development, decline, and death that is always followed by reanimation. And I hope y'all can't hear those screaming children behind me. But the importance of this is that we know, like, the life cycle and then like the death cycle, but we don't talk about it enough. We don't talk about death enough. People are just so fearful of death, but don't understand that like it is through death we come to life. So it must be discussed, and it must be honored and respected and no longer feared, because then you're able to work with it. Like, people, like, for example, like the way that it comes about in this book is like you enter a partnership, and like they've got the honeymoon phase, and people always want that shit to last forever, but it's not going to last forever. And so you must allow things like that to die off in order to like face challenges with your partner and like rebirth new life after that. And it's so easy for us to have gotten caught up in this fucking Disney World fairy tale that society has like forced onto us. Like, Jesus Christ, it is just so overwhelming. As a child, it was so overwhelming to have to like look at all this media and just be like, okay, man and a woman, holy matrimony, white picket fence, kids, like that is happiness right there. Like, it's just so flat. It doesn't really embody what it means to really like love somebody, like even in the video that I posted last with me and Trey, I was talking about like times where I've had to apologize to him and difficult conversations we've had, and times where I'll bring a situation to his attention, asking for his opinion, and he's like giving me the honest dual nature. Like, I see where you're coming from, but I also see where this person is coming from, and maybe you should look at things like this and X, Y, and Z. And it's just so needed. I remember a time where like I wasn't able to accept the dual nature of that kind of advice, that kind of insight, that kind of stepping back and evaluating the situation, not just from my eyes, but from the other person's eyes, or from my higher self's eyes. She says, the inability to face and untangle the skeleton woman, which represents the life-death life cycle, is what causes many relationships to fail. To love, one must not only be strong, but wise. Strength comes from spirit. Wisdom comes from experience with life-death life. As we see in this tale, if one wishes to be fed for life, one must face and develop a relationship with the life-death life nature. When we have that, we are no longer bumping along, fishing for fantasies, but are made wise about the necessary deaths and startling births that create true relationship. Death is always in the process of incubating new life. Like, bruh, I need to say no more. It's just giving me so much more like answers to the life that I have right now. And so, yeah, I want somebody who's going to nurture that. Somebody who's going to be enthusiastic about that. Oh, also, I got a fast brain and a smart mouth. So, like, I need somebody, like, if I'm making jokes, because I'm funny. If I'm making jokes, like, I need you to be making jokes with me. Like, we need to, like, my brain moves so fast that, like, sometimes people don't be able to keep up. But, like, my close friends, they be able to keep up. And so, like, in a partnership, I would want somebody who would be able to keep up. I dated too many Cancers, too many Scorpios in the past. No shame to y'all, but, like, I dated too many water signs in the past who just like could not keep up with like everything that I be doing and saying, and they gotta be creative as well. You know what I'm saying? So regardless, I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit, but yeah, I don't know if this is the end of the video, but if this is the end of the video, I'm not sure. Editing me will decide later. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that this gave you some insights for how you can nurture the relationship that you have with yourself. Nurture the dual nature of the relationship that you have with yourself. Let me know in the comment section down below how you like to date yourself. How do you like to date yourself? Do you like journaling? Do you like bubble baths? I don't know how to say it like her, so I'm not gonna try. Yeah, and that's really it. If you made it this far, comment like a grape emoji. I'm gonna start doing that because I want to see how many people actually watch the full video. So other than that, be sure to check out Dossier. The link is in my description box down below, and that's it.